Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Today we will be talking about false ceilings and how they can help you beautify your home. Since we care so much about our interior decoration and comfortable furnishings, we need to make sure that the other sections of the house are beautifully designed as well. By doing this, we will get a completely comfortable and beautiful house. Also, if your walls and ceilings are beautifully designed, you can even reduce your need for additional decorations. Also known as the fifth wall, the false ceiling is a decorating technique to camouflage the building's strange utility ducts. It can also provide adequate insulation from heat and works well in light treatment management. Of course, planning each room is different. For example, if the interior is in a modern style, the design of a false ceiling for such a room could consist of straight and rotating lines. For classic-style living rooms, the false ceiling design can have sophisticated shapes and plaster roses. But since we are not here to show the difference in the types of ceilings, we are going to look at some tips that a person should consider for their false ceiling design. It is necessary to consider the conditions of the room. This refers to the type of room you are designing the drop ceiling design for. The ceiling design for the bedroom, bathroom, living room and other parts of the house is different. Most of the time, the ceiling designs for the living room, kitchen, and hall have layers and details with more sophisticated relief designs than the bathroom and kitchen ceiling. But it still depends on your personal taste and the style of your home interior. Follow your interior design style. We mentioned that you should consider the conditions of the room when designing the drop ceiling. Also, you need to make sure that your ceiling design is in perfect harmony with the kind of interior style you want. For modern living room interior, you can use false ceiling designs with built-in LED indirect lighting ideas. You can install these drop ceilings in the center of the room and on one side. Also, you can add texture to drop ceiling designs for living rooms. For a classic look, the arched false ceiling design may be the ideal choice, but you can use decorative plaster molding around your ceiling instead. False ceiling lights should also be considered. Choose the location of the LED lights. This gives you a more visible view of how your drop ceiling is designed. Or you can design the false ceiling first, then select the location of the lights. Make sure your living room lights and ceilings are the same for a really impressive ceiling design. Consider the height of the ceilings. Some of the ceilings are high and some are low. If your bedroom ceiling is low, you won't be able to use drop ceilings. Instead, you can paint it in brighter colors, plus add textures. Select the color of the false ceiling. Like other decoration elements, the color of the ceiling affects the overall space. Use darker colors for larger rooms for a cozy and warm look. In smaller rooms, use brighter colors to make them bigger. It is fine to use any color scheme, as long as it is complementary to the interior design of your home. When painting a ceiling, not only the color is important, but even its brightness. If your room has a low ceiling, using medium bright colors in your room will be ideal, and the ceiling will look higher. Try trying out different colors to get the perfect effect for your room. Design of false ceilings with acoustic insulation. Pay attention to the acoustic design of your false ceiling design. To prevent echoes, you can use acoustic or sound-insulating ceilings. For rooms with high ceilings, isolate the room by covering the walls with soundproofing material. One way to have a beautiful drop ceiling design for your living room is to add architectural features to it. You can use the following in your ceiling design: wood beams, faced acoustical panels, decorative shapes, billboards, interlocking wood, floating plates, artwork, synthetic veneer, and wallpaper. By doing this, you will surely get a beautiful false ceiling design for your home. Try different ways. Try different shapes in your drop ceiling design for the living room. You can use square or rectangular shapes. You can also use circular and curved shapes. This can give a softer feel to your drop ceiling design. Don't be afraid to try different options until it matches your interior design and budget. Use a 3D ceiling illusion. You can install a 3D ceiling effect or real ceiling windows on the ceiling of your room or use a synthetic type. Create light illusions by installing lights on hidden edges of the ceiling or anywhere else that is installed. Adding lights below the light box makes it look like a floating object without a connection to the ceiling. Indirect LED lighting for false ceiling designs. The design of an interior false ceiling is not only about the architecture, but also about the lighting. You may have noticed that a beautifully designed ceiling would have a dull appearance without proper lighting. For this reason, to work on a beautiful drop ceiling design, you will need to work in the senses. Drop ceilings were never considered a part of home decor. But now the ceilings have taken the form of false ceilings and have become an integral part of the interiors. Drop ceilings are also among the hottest interior trends. It is basically an artificial roof made under the existing roof. Also known as a suspended ceiling, T-bar ceiling, grid ceiling, or drop ceiling, there is a gap between the real ceiling and the false ceiling. However, in commercial projects, the entire ceiling is covered with false ceiling, while in residential a more sophisticated form is used. If your home has high ceilings, then drop ceilings can be used to play with lighting. It adds depth to the entire interior, and the lighting creates a different mood altogether. Hide wiring used for lights or fire pipes running through the ceiling. You can add glamour to your home decor by adding some interesting carvings on the actual ceiling. Types of false ceilings. False ceilings can be differentiated into many types based on their uses, material used, and appearance and visibility. Plaster false ceiling. Gypsum false ceiling is a hydrated calcium sulfate. This type of false ceiling is light, with sound insulation, fire resistance, soft and thermally insulated. Gypsum false ceiling comes in the form of square boards that are hung with the help of an iron frame. Finish work on these boards such as paints, laminates, wallpapers, and textured finishes give it a good look. Ceiling plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris, POP, is the most widely used material in false ceiling construction. POP is obtained when the plaster is heated to a certain degree. Gives aesthetic and functional support. Plaster of Paris suspended ceilings are attractive, almost maintenance-free, and have a long lifespan. They are very good insulators or heat and cold. These types of false ceilings not only hide the unsightly elements of the structure, ventilation ducts and ducts, but also provide a smooth finish to the ceiling. False fiber ceilings. Fiber drop ceilings are in high demand for drop ceiling construction due to their low cost and easy installation. The material used to make fiber ceiling panels is made by synthetic and natural minerals. Since these are man-made, they come in many shapes and sizes. False wooden ceiling. The wooden false ceiling is used due to its natural textures and patterns. Nowadays, this type of false ceilings is commonly used as it gives a pleasing appearance to the eyes. Wooden false ceiling is expensive. It is not used in shopping centers and hospitals, but it can be installed in residential buildings. They can be given various finishes or painted to get the right look. False glass ceiling. One of the types of false ceilings used in construction are glass. It is a non-crystalline material with the property of brittle and transparent, but this can be modified to be non-brittle and non-transparent with some additives. Since glass is a good heat insulator, it can be used as a false ceiling. This type of false ceiling improves the aesthetic appearance of the building. Metal roof. As metal is a hard and durable material, it is widely used in false ceiling. When the metal surface is polished, it gives a shiny surface which is a delight to the eyes. The metals used in this are galvanized iron and aluminum. The cost of this roof is low as they are easy to install and access. Concealed frame members are easily accessible as panels are easy to remove and reattach. Construction cost decreases as installation, fixing and maintenance are low. Synthetic leather or fabric roof. The materials used in this type of ceilings are leather or fabric. As both the materials used are man-made, they can be given any shape, form and design that enhances the aesthetic view of the interior of the building. As these collect dust and have poor light transfer, they are only used in temporary tents or other temporary buildings. If you liked this video, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel.